this is the card that single-handedly won me so many games. And it was just so good. It made Miracle Fusion instantly a +1 or +3 even, because when I banish the monsters, I get this out, that becomes a +1. And then when it's destroyed, I get another 2 cards. So it generated so much advantage. When I top decked into a Miracle Fusion and brought this out, it was all pretty much game. And even if they got past this, I'd still get my banished heroes. So yeah, Shining put in a lot of work. And I think the best thing about heroes is that if you can summon, I found this out against Evil Swarms, if I can summon a strong enough beta to get rid of Ophion before they summon Ophion, I pretty much win the game if I can protect it. So that's what happened a couple of times, and yeah, Shining was just a really good out. Next off, we're playing 2 Ab-Zeros. This card was really good against Evil Swarms again. And it was really even better against Mermails. So many times where I used 2 Super Polys and got 2 Ab-Zeros in that matchup was ridiculous. I mean, it was just amazing how many people struggle with Ab-Zero, because it literally makes them go -1 or -2 most of the time. So yeah, Ab-Zero is amazing. And I remember I was playing Chaos Dragons. Chaos Dragons, sorry. And he had a whole field sworn, and I was on very little life. And I summoned an Ab-Zero with Miracle Fusion. And yeah, and I think I had 2 Miracle Fusions, used it on Ab-Zero and used it on the Shining. And literally I Miracle Fusion Ab-Zero and Miracle Fusion's Shining. And because Chaos Dragons don't play much traps, they didn't have any traps. And I clashed in with Chaos Dragon, like Pulsar Dragon, destroyed the whole field, and then just attacked with Shining full game. And yeah, it was pretty epic, because I'd already banished 2 heroes. I'd already banished 2 heroes for Ab-Zero, and I banished another 2 for Shining. So it made this card really beefy at 3800. So yeah, I instantly won from there. So yeah, Ab-Zero is really good, and really good Super Poly target against Mermails. Next off, I played One Overmaster. This card didn't see as much play because I didn't play much Fire Fist, but it did win me a game against Fire Fist, round 3. No, yeah, I think it was round 3. Yeah, because he had a bear, and I Super Poly. No, I didn't even I Monster Reborned his bear, and then Miracle Fusioned it. So I just got rid of it and just attacked the game. So yeah. So many times you go into these grind matches for some reason with heroes. I don't know why. Then I played One Great Tornado. I didn't get this out once the whole entire tournament, but the situation as it is, you still need to play it. Gaia, I didn't play either. I didn't play against any gadgets or gears or any machine type deck. So yeah, Gaia didn't come out either. But yeah, it's still there. It's still a situation where you still need it. Scuriado, this came out so much times. This came out basically every game against Evil Swarms. It was just so good. I love Scuriado. I can't even pronounce it properly. And yeah, this card overall throughout the whole entire tournament was just amazing, and I love it. It was just so good. It's like the one out I had to Shein and Ophion, and Scuriado with Super Poly just was the answer. Okay, next off for the Xyz, I played 2 Heroic Champions. So many games where I went into 2 Heroic Champions, unreal. Really good against Ophion as well. Because Ophion can't stop Xyz, because they're not level 5 or higher. They don't have levels, they're just ranks. And so yeah, it made Heroic Champion really good against that matchup. And yeah, just really good for winning full game. Because sometimes, if I read that my opponent has a Gauze or a Trag in hand and they're on like 4,000 life points, I'm going to go into Heroic Champion, because if I attack, I'm going to win the game. Whereas if I went to Blade Armor Ninja, I'm going to have to attack twice. And if they bring out the Gauze, I can't win the game. Which is why Heroic Champion is really good. And plus, it helped me against Dark Worlds, because I got over their Grapha. And yeah, that sealed the game for me. Next up, I played Born Blade Armor Ninja. Still a really good card, and yeah, really good for OTKs, and pretty decent against Mermails. I mean, I really liked it when when I was playing against Mermels, and like I fiendish chained what's that thing called, Gachi, because he went Diva, Infantry. Yeah, Diva and Infantry, but he didn't want to summon another Deep Sea Diva, and he didn't have another monster in hand, so he just went overlaid into Gachi with Heavy Infantry, and I just went to Blade Armor Ninja, Fiendish Chain the Gachi, and just attacked twice and just won the game. So yeah, Blade Armor Ninja is really good in that situation. I mean, often if my opponent has like weak monsters, Blade Armor Ninja is really good, but typically Heroic Champion is better, which is why I play only one Blade Armor Ninja and 2 Heroic Champions. Next off, I played 1 Maestrik. Maestrik's probably the best rank 4 in the game. I didn't go into it that much because I didn't really need to, but it was every time I went into it, it was really useful. Gaga Cowboy. I went into this card quite a lot to win me a couple of games, but I didn't go into it as much as I used to go into it. I don't know why, but it was pretty good. But yeah, it wasn't as good as it once was, in my opinion. Abyss Dweller, I didn't make this card once. I didn't make this card once. I usually when I signed the cards I sided into game 2 against Mermels was just literally enough for me to win, and Dark Worlds. I like completely destroyed Mermels and Dark Worlds game 2, which is why I didn't go into Abyss Dweller, because if I lost game 1, then I lost game 1. But usually I didn't even have the chance to make it game 1 against like Mermels and Dark Worlds, but game 2 I didn't even need it because I had my other routes to their cards. So yeah, Abyss Dweller, I'm debating on taking this out and putting a Utopia because I did miss the Utopia. Last card I played, Gemini Pearl. This card's really good because Ophion is 2,550 attack, and Gemini Pearl is 2,600, which makes it really good. A really good out to Ophion, and it just helped me throughout the entire tournament. Like quite literally, I got over so much stuff with this card. It couldn't get Fiendish Chained. It couldn't get Fiendish Chained. It couldn't get Effect Veiler. It couldn't really get. It can't, because it doesn't have an effect. It's not held by my opponent's monsters. And it just literally is a 2,600 beat stick, which is really good against Ophion, really good against Bliss Megalo, really good against like Pulsar Dragon, Dark Flare Dragon, Chaos Sorcerer. It was just really good card, and I'm definitely gonna keep this card. This is probably one of the best Xyz that I played in the extra deck, apart from one of the best generic, probably the best generic Xyz that I played throughout the entire tournament. So yeah, Gemini Pearl was amazing. That rounds up the Xyz, extra deck even. Next off, I play for the side deck 2 Thunder Kings. Thunder King was amazing. It was one of my cards that I sided in game 2 against Merma specifically, and really I typically sided when I side out my Bubble Mans. I always sided in my Thunder Kings because it just helps make the deck more Stunish based. Next off, I played 2 Banishers. These were really good against Mermels and Dark Worlds. If I got this out on the field first turn and set up 4 back row, they typically just scooped. So yeah, it was pretty funny. Next off, I played 2 Fossil Diners. Fossil Diner was really good. Typically, I would side out. I'd side out 3 Bubble Man and 1 Photon Thrasher, and I'd side 2 Thunder Kings and 2 Fossil Diners against typical matchups. That like Harukaris and anything like that, or Chaos Dragons, or anything on that basis. And yeah, Fossil Diner put in a lot of work against those matchups, against just like Harukaris and stuff. So yeah, that was pretty good. And it was funny how many people were surprised to see this in my deck, because I sided in when I was playing Bubblebee. Next off, I played 1 Mind Control. This was pretty much just for the mirror match. I didn't manage to draw it in the mirror match, but it would have been good if I drew it, but I didn't draw it. Next off, I'm playing 2 Soul Drains. I'm only playing 2, not 3, because I am playing 2 Banishers. So yeah, that's my reasoning for it. I'll show you why I started against Mermels and Dark Lords in a second. But yeah, 2 Soul Drains were really good. Next off, I played probably the reason why I won all my Evil Swarm matchups. 3 Shadow Imprisoning Mirrors. Oh my god, this card was amazing throughout the whole tournament. It saved me so much times. I even played it against an Inzektor player, and he was surprised that I was playing Shadow Imprisoning Mirror because like no one plays this card anymore. But this card was amazing throughout the whole tournament. This card was probably single-handedly the reason why I won against the Evil Swarms. I mean, apart from all my Gemini Pearl and stuff, Shadow Imprisoning Mirror was just such an amazing card. It was just ridiculous how good this card was against Evil Swarms. It does put a lot of work into that deck, so yeah. I think more people are going to start playing this card again, and because it's just a really good card, why wouldn't you want to play probably one of the best counters to Evil Swarms? So yeah, 3 Shadow Imprisoning Mirrors, and the last cards on the side deck were 3 Rivalry. These didn't go in because I didn't play against like Dino Rabbit and stuff. They did go in every now and then against Evil Swarms because they don't all play Darks. But typically against Evil Swarms, I decided in the Shadow Imprisoning Mirrors. So the Rivalry wasn't as good, and I'd probably take it out. I'd probably put something like more useful. I don't know, maybe 3 Effect Veilers. Something on that basis. So yeah, that's the side deck. Quickly I'll just show you what I typically sided in game 2 against Dark Lords first. So I sided, just make it focus. I typically sided 3 Shadow Mirrors, 2 Soul Drains, and 2 Banishers. So that's 2, 4, 7. So that was 7 cards. So I sided these cards in because Banisher, these just completely locked down Dark Lords, and I took out. Let's see, what did I take out? How to get there? I took out a Warrior Returning Alive, 1 Thresher, 3 Bubble Man, and 1 other card if I can find it. Oh, and I think I took out 1 Super Poly. But yeah, that was basically it against Dark Lords, because I didn't feel that Super Poly is as good as it is against Dark Lords. So that's why I sided out against Dark Lords. So I sided out. I'll show it again. 1 Super Poly, 3 Bubble Man, a Thrasher, and a Warrior Turning Alive. And I put in these 2 Banishers, 2 Soul Drains, and 3 Shadow Imprisoning Mirrors, which completely just locked down my opponent. And for Mermels, I put 2 Soul Drains in again, 2 Banishers, but I only put 2 Thunder Kings in. I put 2 Thunder Kings instead of the Shadow Mirror, so 2 Thunder Kings, 2 Banishers, 2 Soul Drains, because Thunder King's pretty good against the deck still. And it's the exact same thing. I put 1 Warrior, I took out 1 Thrasher, and 3 Bubble Man, and I kept the Soul Drain. No, I meant I kept. Oh, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. I took out. Where's that card? I took out Heavy Storm because it's not as good against Burma. So I'll just show that again. I think because Dark Lords and Mermels aren't amazing matchups for heroes. Warrior, Thrasher. Oh wait, that's the Thrasher. And 3 Bubble Man for 2 Soul Drains, 2 Banishers, and 2 Thunder Kings. And yeah, they just pretty much helped me secure every single Dark Lord and Mermel matchup. So yeah, if you guys like this video, please remember to comment, rate, subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh videos, and I'd really appreciate it if you could give this video a thumbs up. Cheers guys for watching. Adios.